Hi, my name is Kevin Christian. I'm a 7th semester student of Petra Christian University, majoring in International Business Management. So today in this video, I will share with you guys about my personal goal and also the result of my self-assessment using a framework that developed by a great man, which is Professor Dr. Casey Chan. And the framework is the 6 A's. So 6 A's itself contain 6 A's, which is the awareness, alignment, action, adoption, assurance, and then the last but not least, the anticipation. So check this out. First, let's begin with awareness. In the awareness, we will discuss about the result of the 5 self-assessment. First is the learning style analysis. So in this learning style analysis, I scored 13 for the activist, which is strong preference for me, and scored 10 for the reflector, which is low preference, and scored 8 on the theories, which is also low preference. Lastly, score 14 on the pragmatist, which is strong preference. So to conclude, we can see from this radar that my learning style is more pragmatist and activist. Moving on to the second assessment, which is the general enterprising tendency. On the need for achievement, I score 8, which is on the average, and which means that I'm a forward-looking person, persistent and determined, optimistic, energetic, lastly dedicated to complete a task. And for the need for the autonomy, I score 3, which is below the average, which means that I don't prefer to work alone. And the next is the creative tendency. Again, I score 8, which is on the average, and it means that I'm an imaginative and innovative, enjoy new challenges, have a lot of ideas, and I'm a curious person. And the next is the calculated risk. I score 6 in the section, and it means that I'm a moderate risk taker. And lastly, in the drive and determination, here I scored 10, which is mainly from the proactivity. It means that I take advantage of opportunity and do not believe in fate, but from hard working. Moving on to the third assessment, which is the Big 5 personality. I get the highest score on E, which is the extroversion. It means that I'm a social person. And for the agreeableness, I scored 24, that is above the average. It means that I'm a polite and like people. And the next is the consciousness. I scored 24, and it means that I often do follow the rules. And for the neuroticism, I score above the average again, and which means I'm an emotional person. Lastly, in the openness to experience, here I score 19, which is below the average, and it means that I'm often to be down to earth. Moving on to the fourth assessment, which is the Belpin team roles. And out of these 9, I will discuss only 3 of them, which is my top 3 score. So I score high in implementer, resource investigator, as well as thinker and innovator. So what is implementers like? So implementers is disciplined, reliable, conservative and efficient, and turn ideas to practical action. But the weakness is inflexible. Next is the resource investigator, which is scored the second highest. So the resource investigator is more like enthusiastic, communicative, and explore opportunities. But the weakness here is I'm over optimistic. And lastly is the thinker and innovator. So thinker and innovator here shows that I'm a creative and imaginative person and love to solve difficult problems. But the weakness is often to ignore details. Moving on to the last assessments, which is the 9 leadership. So out of these 9, I scored 2 on the highest, which are the aligning people and motivating and inspiring. So aligning people is gaining support for a vision and establishing strategies for achieving vision. And for motivating and inspiring is energizing people to achieve a vision and produce needed change. After know all the result, I will discuss my future goal in the alignment. So I divide my goals or plan into 4 parts, which is the first year, third year, fifth year, and lastly in the 10th year. In the first year, I plan to finish my study on time. And for the third year, I plan to work in one of the big company in Indonesia. And in the fifth year, I plan to establish my own business. And lastly, in the 10th year, I plan to expand my business to international level. Moving on to the action. So in the action here, I will discuss what action I've done before and what action next. For the past action, I've learned and choose one of the best university in Indonesia, which is Petra Christian University. And also I've taught and well trained by wonderful lecturers from various cities around Indonesia, as well as lecturers from other countries such as Singapore. And my next action is to pick the most suitable intern place with my interest, which is on marketing and logistics. And for the adoption, I adopt the best method that created by Professor Dr. Casey Chan to apply all of this, which is the holistic thinking. So, in the holistic thinking, here we should think in the holistic view, system view, and the critical view. Moving on to the fifth Ace, which is the assurance. So in the assurance, I need to assure to get the most suitable company for my internship program. And the last of all is the anticipation. Here I need to anticipate for every risk may come by always making a backup plan or plan B. And also I need to implement these 4 points, which are never stop learning, keeping innovative, always create something different, and to always grow bigger. So that's all of my video, and thank you for Professor Dr. Casey Chan for teaching us for this whole semester, and thank you for you guys have watched this video, and God bless you.